That the motion be agreed to.
Speaker.
I call the Honourable Member Basata Sam Lotu-Iiga. Malo Soifua.
Malo Soifua. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and it's a real privilege tonight to speak on this bill. And may I first commend the mover of the bill, Tracy Martin, first for sharing your personal story with us and with the nation in terms of why it's important to you. And secondly, for bringing this bill to the House, and National will support this bill to first reading. It is about equity, as you've outlined in your speech. It's about aligning the rights of those orphans and unsupported children to those of foster children. And for that, I certainly commend you. It's about supporting children in need. And as the member has stated, our government, this national government, has put in place a number of measures to support young children, vulnerable children in need. But, sir, there is much more to be done in this area, and certainly this bill goes some way to addressing the needs of our children. Thirdly, sir, this bill assists kin carers, those grandparents and those whānau members who are looking after children, sometimes through no choice of their own, sometimes to support a parent, as the member has said, who may be incarcerated, may be missing, who may be taking a break, but it supports those family members that take up the challenge of looking after these children in need, sir. And, sir, I think many people out there, many of members here will appreciate the work that kin carers and grandparents do. I've seen it certainly in my own family, having been raised personally by my grandmother for a number of months in my very early stages of my life. Appreciate those, certainly those moments and the support that I received personally, but other members here will certainly have stories in their own personal lives and their own families which can relate to this bill specifically. Secondly, sir, I've seen the needs of constituents in my electorate office who've come in very much in need, very much wanting to support their whānau with limited resources. And again, sir, I say that this bill goes some way to addressing the needs of those people who are looking after these children. But, sir, as the member's already stated, we live in fiscally constrained times, and certainly it is about using taxpayers' money in a wise way and in an orderly fashion that is targeted to those kids that need these resources the most. But above all, it's about addressing the needs of those children, those individual children, and what is in their best interest, what are their needs, and how can the state, through the government, support those children. And so, as Ms Martin has stated, negotiations have been going on to address some of these needs and how we can better target the spending in this area. And the Minister has set up a ministerial reference group, of which Tracy Martin is a member of, our own colleague Alfred Nuttall, as well as representatives from the foster care and iwi representatives, as well as grandparents raising grandchildren, have representatives on this group that are working towards putting together a package of options in order to better give extra financial assistance and ideas towards better spending the money on these children who require it most. And that's part of, sir, of the Children's Action Plan which the Minister, the Honourable Paula Bennett, is in the process of implementing. And certainly the Select Committee, and I look forward to the deliberations in front of the Select Committee, the committee which I chair, the Social Services Committee, because we will be looking at some of the options. We'll be looking in good faith at building on the work that has already been underway. I certainly look forward to working across the aisle as well to a newly appointed spokesperson for the Labour Party, Sue Moroney, and I'm sure they will join other parties across this chamber tonight to support this bill. And it also supports the white paper for vulnerable children, which was announced, where this funding, and it's $10 million worth of additional kin carers costs, will be covered. And certainly it's part of an overall regime whereby we are implementing laws to address the needs of vulnerable children. We've just heard earlier tonight another bill looking at sentencing, and the Honourable Member Leo Asanati Taylor introduced, and again that is another part of the jigsaw puzzle which will go towards mitigating just some of the factors involved in caring for our children, our vulnerable children. Sir, there is also, as the mover of the bill stated, in 2009, National ensured that kin carers got the same weekly amount as foster carers. Again, it was about equity in terms of the weekly amounts that these kids receive. Again, it was about addressing a need in the community, and this government again responded swiftly to that upon coming into government to address those inequities in the system. Sir, I just want to briefly touch on other parenting support that is out there in our communities. Our government, in partnership with grandparents raising grandchildren, as well as the Parenting Place, who are an organisation that do wonderful work in our communities, have developed a tailored toolbox program specifically for kin caregivers at a cost of $600,000 per year. It's acts as sort of a refresher course for grandparents who are, for whatever reason, returning to frontline parenting duties, maybe after many years of having raised their own children and have taken a break. The course gives a little bit of insight to how children's early experiences might affect them now and into the future. They are useful tools, and it's part of providing the tools, not just the resources, like funding, direct funding, but also tools to allow kin carers to better look after the kids that are within their guidance and their care. So, sir, this, as I said at the outset, is a commendable bill. It is a bill that really does focus on those kids that are in need. I still believe that much work needs to be done in terms of targeting some of those dollars into the needs of children and their whānau. And when we talk about these kids in particular, we're talking about kids with carers who have predominantly low incomes. Thank you, sir. Predominantly are from low socioeconomic groups, and every dollar that is dedicated to the kids' upbringing is certainly valued by those whānau and the families who are looking after these young kids. So, sir, this bill is commendable. It is a bill that we certainly are looking forward to in Select Committee to assessing. It will help those many thousands of children out there that need assistance, and I certainly commend this bill to the House and look forward to its process through the Select Committee.
Mr Speaker.
I call the Honourable Member Jacinda Ardern.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I'm just so desperate to